Look at this thing. It's a car. Yeah, I know you know it. I know it too. And around these parts, it's an enemy. Probably wondering why. Just a car. No, 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 no. It's more than just a car. And I think if you see it the way I do, you'll feel the same way, right? So, anatomy. When you think of that word, I guess you usually think of yourself, the human, with all your bones and muscles and tendons and organs and hairs, skin, nails, eyes. If you're not a cyclops, you have eyes. Alright? So, if we can understand that you have an anatomy and a very complex, detailed anatomy that powers the abilities you can do now, when we get into a car, it's like operating another body. It's like piloting something else. It's like piloting armor. And when you're a human, me personally, I'm a humanist. I like humans as a human, right? When you get this armor, this new vessel, is it really okay to have it? Yeah, we have it, so we don't question it because it's already accessible, but is it okay to have it? Think about it. Roof. You have a roof. Oh my god. If it's raining, well, that bad boy protects you. Any aerial predators, that protects you. You have windows that keep you tight and locked in. Hmm. No one may hurt you. No one may, and if they're tinted, no one may even see you. So you got invisibility. Wow, that's a new power. Headlights. You got I don't know, photon rays, right? You got a honk. You got a sonic disruptor. Of course, you have speed. You have a strong charging force, and you have mass teleportation. You got them back seats. You can bring the whole gang. Now that just sounded like a good ad. That sounded good to you. That's why we gotta rethink this, right? Is it okay for humans to have all this? Why should we have all this? Because what happens when you take a person or species that's used to being one way for thousands of years, and then you just completely, immediately upgrade their existence? What happens? Like, really, what happens, right? That's something we got to think about. Let's think about it from the most basic level, right? Drivers. Yeah, cars have this godlike power, but they all need a pilot. Drivers. You ever been in a car with a bad driver? With an emotional driver? With an angry driver? It's some scary shit. But it wouldn't be that scary if they weren't driving. Hmm. It's kind of like you have this sort of awareness of the fact that they're piloting a power that they're not supposed to be wielding. That's why you feel fear. Why should a person be able to handle all this godhood at any sort of point of time, point of any type of mood, any type of environment? If someone's mad, I don't want them on the road. Someone's in grieving and mourning, I don't want them on the road. The fuck? I want to introduce a concept. I call it the points of preservation, right? Pop. Rolls right off the tongue, right? With points of preservation, it basically ensures that there's enough points, right? If you think about it as a literal like dot graph, there are enough points for a person to either stop or come to a corrections of their actions, right? So for example, if I'm trying to game end you, I'm trying to turn off your console, I first have to pin you down, I have to maybe get a weapon, Not we're not talking about guns. We're just talking about most simple. There's no weapon actually. I'm pinning you down. I have to choke you, bludgeon you. I have to do all of the. I can't kill you in a second. I mean, I'm sure I could if I was like some sort of like genius murderer, right? But like, assuming I'm like back to like median caveman IQ, like I'm choking you, I'm bludgeoning you, biting maybe. I don't know. But either way, I have enough points of a preservation where it's like, oh wait, I should probably stop because I'm only doing this because I'm mad. But with cars, there's not enough points of preservation. You press the gas, you could literally go 0 to 100. If you want to find someone and get them and turn their console off, you have to find their house, find their location. You have to move there yourself on your feet. Look at all these points of preservation. You have all of these points of preservation to prevent you from doing this. Break into their house. Do all these insane tasks that by the time you're halfway there, you're like, what am I doing? This is stupid. But with cars, that doesn't exist. And don't even get me started on cars plus the neck down syndrome. Listen, like I don't. They don't even have to be emotional. Like I look to the right and I see, or look to the right, look to the left. I see people driving with their neck down. I'm like, what? Like, why would you want to be on the road with that? If someone walks into you with their neck down, what happens? They bump into you. If someone drives into you with their neck down, you die. Is that okay? Surely that's okay though, because we all just do it anyway, so it's okay, right? I'm editing here the amount of car deaths a year, but that's okay, right? Compared to walking or normal physical motor function, like physical motor function travel, right? But that's okay, right? Is it okay? How is that okay? Barring death, right? Let's just talk about the loss of care. With this thing existing, no one cares about anything anymore. There's no more meaning and passion in travel. Let me sell it to you this way, right? You have a certain code, a biological code that's been taught to you down thousands of years. You get filled with a certain amount of, I guess, serotonin once you reach a destination because of all the hard work you put into getting there. What happens if you remove that? Because when you drive a car, you're not really emulating that same, maybe if you drive a car for like a few hours, you can simulate that. But a 15-20 minute drive isn't simulating that effect because you're just sitting down and pressing a gas pedal. What is that doing to your mental state? What is it doing to your mental state that you can just sit down for 15 minutes, teleport to a donut store, get some donuts, sit down for 15 minutes, and probably eat, not even, I was gonna say eat them when you get home. You probably eat them on the way there. Because you can, because you have your own little personal bubble. You have your own little God shield that protects you from all danger. All danger except other gods, of course. You ever heard of car accidents? Yeah, they're pretty ugly. You ever heard of human accidents? No, not really, because it's not a thing, right? Let's say you don't want to drive. Actually, no. Everyone's here. Everyone, when you're in the road, it's like a jungle. Everyone's a part of the problem, right? Not problem, but part of the war, the hurricane. You know you can just like die going to get those donuts. By the way, like there's a chance that someone just drives into you and you die. In no circumstance, if this is a walking environment, are you dying getting those donuts? Unless someone literally is trying to turn your console off. Like, Is that okay? That you can just die trying to get food? Is that like okay? But that's normal to you, right? Because you just drive. So well, just everyone else does it. So is that really okay? And the best part is, how'd you die? Well, the person that ran into you had to check if they had to check their Instagram feed while driving. So yeah, now you're dead. It's okay though, because they got one like on their post. So just it's okay. It was worth it. Just to make it was worth it. Okay. You're welcome. And you're probably wondering, oh my god, what's wrong with being comfortable, bro? Well, besides that literal biological explanation, is this level of comfort okay? Like, even for people that want to be comfortable, like, really? You don't have to walk anywhere. You don't have to care about the weather. If it rains, it doesn't matter. You have your shield. You have your roof shield. You have your psionic fucking bionic bubble fuck shield. Nothing can hurt you. You cannot get wet. Temperature control, so it doesn't matter what season it is. As long as you're in your car, you can wear wherever the fuck you want. You can feel however the fuck you want. Got review mirrors and cameras, so you basically have like hyper vision. Well, not really, because cars have terrible visibility, right? But like still, all of these functions and features. Is that? Do you need more, man? Like really? I mean, look at you. Like yeah, like look at your stomach, bro. Clearly, you've been comfortable enough. I look at this machine, this anatomy, and I get disgusted, truthfully, because this thing really killed our community. It really killed everything I love. Society, friends, travel, air. Like, hey man, look outside. I don't know where you guys live, but near me, there's snow. You look at the side of the road, and the snow is black. When does snow ever turn black? You look at a forest, you never see really like dirty snow. How does snow get dirty? We're not driving on the snow. Oh, that's the exhaust and the pollution and the dirt they kick up. Oh. And snow is water. So imagine what the inside of your body looks like if you were to stand outside on a road for an extended period of time. Imagine what your lungs would look like. You're just kind of breathing that in every day. Tee. Actually, you're not, because you have your God shield, and no dangerous air may come into your car, which also means that car, no air is coming out. So you're just kind of breathing in stale air, which eventually will be carbon dioxide, which means that when you're in a car, the oxygen level is low, meaning there's less brain activity. But it's okay, right? Is that okay? Is that really okay? So it's either you have your window down and you breathe in this shit smut and get lungs browner than a piece of poop, or you have your windows up and you start suffocating on your own donut breath and carbon dioxide. Yeah, the car is a god, but it can't give you lungs. Can't give you god lungs. And you would need them too. I know you probably vape too. Stop doing that, man. Just stop. I don't know where to go with this, because yeah, I can hit on cars all day, but it won't erase the fact that we've been trapped, that we've been fallen victim to the car-centric infrastructure, because Science already knows that public transportation is better. It's more efficient, it's cheaper, it's more community centric. We know this. Yet the cars stay. I want to tear it down. I want to tear it all down. But just talking about it on the internet isn't going to do that. Truth is, the only reason it's still around is because, well, how else are you going to use a gas subscription? If you take the bus every day or you ride a train, you don't need to buy gas. And you need to buy gas. Otherwise, why are you in our country? Because you need to buy gas. You need to have a gas subscription. Here's some food for thought. Vacation. Trees. Beach. Or wherever you want to go. Japan. Pink trees. Whoa. Vacation. Yeah. There's a dopamine boost, right? You like vacation. You notice how every vacation spot strictly is this non-car centric place where people are walking around and there's a thriving amount of foot traffic with vibrant people that are actually happy to be alive. I just thought about something though, right? You know, not everyone there is on vacation. Some people like live there. You know, this is like a life we can have, right? But you see it as a vacation, right? Because it's an escape. And the truth is, if you see car-centric, or I guess non-car-centric places as the escape, then inversely, you see car-centric places as the prison, as the cage. I'm not even elucidating you. You know this. Internally, you know this yourself. You know this is shit. You know this is a trap. It's a cage. You know this. Why else do you dream of going to Bali, going to wherever, this city, that city? Because you know, to get around, you don't need a fucking gas subscription. You know, to get around, you don't require giving a quarter of your paycheck to the greedy fucks. You know, you don't, to get around, you don't have to deal with the stress of literally almost dying every day. Is that not crazy, by the way? Like, let's just go back to that. Like, the amount of times that you pass by death on a road is insane. Well, what do we think that does to your stress levels? Cortisol, that's the buzzword, right? What do you think that does to your cortisol? Every day you pass by a car that's if you're on the street, that is. And no, if you're on the road too, I keep forgetting. I keep trying to leave them out, but no. Everyone's at risk. Yeah, things go well most of the time, but it's literally so easy for you to just die. Another weird concept, roadkill. How no, I'm making an entire video on roadkill, honestly. I'm making a whole separate video on roadkill because like that is just wow. I'm saving myself for that. Yeah, loss of community. The only people you see outside are either kids that are too young to have a car or oh, no, that's really it. If you live in a suburb, that is. If you live in a city, I guess, yeah, you see people like you'll maybe see the occasional runner once. Maybe you'll see a guy on his bike once, but most of the time the streets are they're actually just like plains. They look like fucking Saharan plains. Or I guess deserts. Whatever. No one's on them. All of the sidewalks been abandoned and is cursed to be forgotten. Faded into obscurity. There's always shit on the ground. Dirty snow and dirt left over. Because no one cares, because you're in your God vehicle. You don't care what happens on the floor when you're raised above it. But everything that comes up must come down. understand that. And what does that mean for community? Besides America already being fucked with when it comes to third spaces, I mean, think about it. Every day you travel to work alone. I mean, this traveling in itself is a place, an opportunity to meet people. That's already gone. You're all alone, even though there's hundreds of people on the road. You gotta see an image of it. It's crazy. There's hundreds of people. Like, you're quite literally surrounded by hundreds of people. Yet you're the only person you can really be aware of. That's some crazy shit. That's so dystopian. You're really always on traffic. You are always surrounded by hundreds of people. Yet you are really the only person you can see and feel. How do you think that affects the average American? Is that okay for the average American? You're alone when you travel. You get out. Once you're in the building, you're trying to get in and get out because you already got in so fast and so effortlessly. You already have this preconceived mindset that like the rest of your day has to be effortless and without derision, without any sort of conflict. So you're not trying to talk to anyone. You're not trying to meet people. You're not looking at any faces. You're just, maybe you'll have a headphone in. Anything to just keep you away from any sort of piece of humanity. Because you already came here in a cage. You might as well be a prisoner, right? You get your shit. You go back to the car. If you run more errands, repeat the loop. If not, you go right back home. And since every home needs to comprise of a fucking parking lot, your personal castle, which is already separated by the parking lot, now has more separation due to the road. So you're already, even though you're surrounded by, again, hundreds of people in your neighborhood, you're still either the only one or with your own micro family. Alone. Even though you're always surrounded by people, you're just alone. Is that okay? Is that okay for the worldwide known community social based creature? I don't know. I don't think it's okay to answer these questions. And you don't either. Even though I would love to scream at you, be like, yo, stop driving. It's not that easy. You're not gonna listen. The claws of the gas demons, they've been a bit too sunken deep into your scalp. I'm not gonna win that easily, right? But do use this video to think, like, when I'm driving, when I'm going somewhere, is this okay? Is this really how my life has to be? Can I possibly imagine something different for myself? For everyone else around me? Can I care about other people? Can I care about my own life more than what is given to me? Can I desire more? Can I leave my cage? Question it. Because I really think we can destroy this. We can destroy this awful thing in front of me. It's gross. And I hate it. Just think about it. Thanks.